Hey there, viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. But before I start, yes, my background has changed again. The reason for this is, well, I've got an entire new thing for displaying some Transformers, which I will show in an upcoming collection video. Right now, I've just got it covered with paper to hide some of the figures because, well, if I didn't cover it, then I would just get distracted with the figures while reviewing, so that's why it's covered with paper. But yeah, so I've got a new thing for displaying some figures, and well, yeah. But well, before I go off on a tangent, today's review is going to be on War for Cybertron Trilogy, Kingdom, Wingfinger. Now, just like Paleotrex and Rachni, who I have reviewed before in the past, this guy is a fossilizer, and as such, transforms into the skeletal remains of Swoop. Of course, that's a joke, this guy is a separate character, but yeah. This guy is a skeletal pteranodon, or pterodactyl. I'm not really sure, I'm not good with dinosaurs. I was more of a steam locomotive kid growing up. But yeah. Now, before we have a look at the figure, we of course have to look at both the packaging and the card. I'm actually remembering to look at the card before I look at the figure. So, the box, and you can see some of the figures, the G1 figures. Well, ignoring that. Here we can see Wingfinger in both his robot and beast mode, because named in both English and Cybertronian, which is actually also about lettering. And I feel like the Cybertronian lettering is actually quite underrated, in my opinion. You have a side, which we have all these characters. Pretty much just Beast Wars and G1 characters. Oh, and Unicron. Here we have Wingfinger in both modes again. Here we have them all split apart and combined with tracks. Of course, I'm going to combine it with a different figure because I don't really like tracks that much. The top of the box, which shows that he's a Maximal, unlike the other two Fossilizers, which they were Predacons. And that's pretty much it for the box. Now for the card, I got Megatron. So yeah, pretty cool. But if I peel the card, you can already see there, it's Galvatron! Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm pretty sure this and that Dynamis card that I have, these are two of my favorites. I do really want to get Galvatron one day. He is going to be re-released in the Legacy toy line soon, so I might get that version. I don't know. Pretty sure the Legacy version doesn't have the battle damage. I'm not sure. Well, that's enough. Yeah, that's enough looking at cardboard and paper. Let's have a look at the actual figure. And of course, as I stated, this guy is a skeletal pteranodon. Or at least I'm going to say it's a pteranodon. And yeah, it does look pretty cool. We got a little 360 here. It's definitely nicely sculpted. And it's got quite a big wingspan as well. Having a look at the skull. Well, opening the mouth actually well, this bit is quite loose, but when you close it, it actually snaps shut. So that's cool. And if you manage to get it in such a way, you can actually have it so it's open and stays where it is. So there's a certain point where it becomes loose, somewhere around here. So any point beyond this bit and it's loose, but if it's before that point, you can have it open. So yeah. Now this isn't the only way to display the beast mode. You can also display it standing up. So simply just move the little beast feet up like so. Move the head down. And just display the wings however you want. And here we have him standing. Just make sure you unbalance correctly so he actually does stand and not fall over. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And well, for comparison, here's with the other fossilizers I have. So we've got Ractinite here, and Paleotrex. It's probably not going to be in frame. Just see my arm there. Sorry about that. So you can see the three of them together. And I think they look pretty cool together. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to do that fan-made fossilizer combiner. Well, technically fan-made, but yeah, I'm not going to show off that combiner. I did try to combine them, but some bits were just too loose to fit together on my copies of these guys, so I just can't do it. Sorry. There are other videos from way better reviewers than I am showing the combiner, so if you want to see that, then I recommend just checking out those videos. So that's enough for the comparison in beast mode. Now, one gripe I do have is I don't really see a flight stand port anywhere. I know it's weird to be complaining about a flight stand on a skeletal bed dinosaur figure. Sorry, my brain got confused there, but I just think it'll be cool. Also, yes, I did get another a flight stand after Grapple broke my last one. But as such, you're pretty much stuck with like using the claw thing to have him flying. I guess that is a good like substitute, but I mean, he does look good in the air, but I just wish there was a dedicated flight port. That is just me, though. Well, that's pretty much it for the beast mode. Let's get onto the transformation. And of course, it's pretty much just like the other fossilizers in the sense that you have to pull them apart. So just pull off the head, the back section, and the little wing tips. That's pretty much it. And unrelated, but you can remove the little crest section, and this actually can become the head for combiners for the fossilizers if you want. So if you want, you can put this in the beast mode mouth for Ractinite, for the combiner. So yeah. I'm just going to leave that on though. Now if I can just tilt my camera up. Hopefully without my stand breaking, because I have a bad track record with a Lego breaking, because my stand is made of Lego. To start, get these bits and just transform them. These are going to be his legs. And there's a stand port there, but that's for the robot mode. So we've got the entire leg section there. Attach this section on. Untap these and just move them down. So these are going to be his arms. And twist these. These are the hands. Lift this up to show his face. This is quite a lanky figure. This guy's pretty much the Waluigi of the Fossilizers when it comes to his silhouette. And with the beast head, well, I think you're supposed to use this peg to attach it onto the back here. But personally, I don't really like doing that. I prefer to use this peg. I think it looks better. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. We'll come back to these later on. And if you'll just excuse me, I'm going to get these two transformed for comparison in robot mode later on. So just give me a few minutes. Well, for me at least, I'm going to pause the actual video, but hang on. And there we go. So we'll see these guys in the comparison later on. And I forgot to flip up Peleotrix's mask, but yeah. So looking at Wingfinger's robot mode, well, as I said, he's definitely quite lanky. And he's got an entire Pteranodon skull right on his back. So, yeah. Looking at the head, well, he's got the Maximal insignia right on his forehead, so that's cool, I suppose. But yeah, it's one of those featureless heads where it's just an eye visor and a faceplate. And like the other Fossilizers, you can cover it if you want to. Now for these are actually swords. So these can just plug into his hands here. This one's a bit harder to plug in on my copy for some reason. There we go. Or if you want to, they can just plug into here. But yeah, it definitely looks quite cool. And well, compared to the other Fossilizers, we can actually see that compared to Peleotrax and Ractonite, Wingfinger is actually symmetrical. Seeing how, well, Peleotrax has got that huge growth on his right shoulder, and Ractonite has got an entire Styracosaurus skull right on his right shoulder. Whereas with Wingfinger, yeah, he's nice and symmetrical. And as I said, you can combine them, but I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, sorry about that, if that's what you really wanted to see. I did try it, but yeah, I did struggle. Now, for this figure's articulation, his head can turn side to side. It can look up and down. The arms can, of course, move. Of course, he can T-pose. The forearms can swivel. It's got elbows. The hands can swivel due to the transformation. The waist can't swivel, but, well, this entire section can. So it's more like a spine swivel, I guess. If you have this on the back, then I guess this could swivel, or even just go upwards if you want. The legs can go forward. Can't really go back. Of course, you can sort of do the splits, although, unlike the other War for Cybertron trilogy figures, there's not really an ankle pivot. Although his feet can go forward. And his toes can go forward, and his entire foot can move. So yeah, he still is quite poseable. Now, usually this is where I'd end the video, but come on, this is a fossilizer we're talking about. Of course, he's gonna be able to combine with other figures, and of course, I've got his instructions out to help me remember how to do these. And the bot that we're going to combine it with is not going to be tracks like the box says. We're instead going to be doing it with wheeljack, because that's the bot seen in the instructions. So, if we just take Wingfinger apart, and this even includes removing his feet, and his arms. And we'll do the first loadouts. I mean, they're not called loadouts in the instructions, but Now, for the first one, what we're going to do is take this section here and simply plug in the wingtip swords. I'll just get the rest of this stuff out the way. But yeah, this is pretty much it. What does this do? It forms a bow. Or it can be either a standard bow or a crossbow, depending on where you put it. But you can just plug this into the figure's arm, and you have this. I mean, sure. I prefer using it as a crossbow. I just think it looks cool as a crossbow. So if your figure has the articulation to actually hold on to this bit, if it has a butterfly joint, like say Siege Mirage, hinting a possible future review, then they can actually hold on to it. But yeah, this crossbow thing isn't really that amazing in my opinion. Now getting the other bits back on the camera, we're going to do my actual favourite loadout. So what we're going to do here, if I can remember correctly, is just plug these bits onto here. Pretty sure I have to rotate this around. I might be wrong, just going by what I remember but we plug the legs. Well, we plug the legs back onto here. Like so. I'm pretty sure I did that wrong. I think I actually have to switch them around. Either I'll just turn them around. But then we attach on the wings, or the wing swords. And this actually becomes a sort of bony wing backpack, which I think is really cool. Now for the rest of this stuff, we're going to take the Pteranodon head, plug it onto here, if I can actually do this. Oh, there we go. And with these sections, well, they just plug it onto the figure's combat ports on the shoulders from what I remember. And now to get all this onto Wheeljack. So we just plug that onto Wheeljack's back. We plug these onto his shoulders, and yeah, the backpack does make him a bit top heavy. So we rotate the hands so the claws are showing. Then with this forms some sort of I guess a pickaxe. I'm pretty sure I actually did that wrong according to the instructions. Yeah, the instructions aren't really that clear what way you're supposed to do this. I'll just do it like this. Oh. But yeah, once you manage to get all this on, Wheeljack gains a huge backpack of bones, which forms some sort of a wing set, some sort of pickaxe, and I guess I'm pretty sure these bits just had nowhere else to go, so they just added these bits onto the shoulders as an afterthought. But still, I think this looks really cool, and I think this is one of my favorite Fossilizer loadouts, just because of how cool it looks. Now, of course, those are just the official ones, so you can come up with your own custom ones if you have the imagination to, which I don't, so yeah. But yeah, if I can just get Wingfinger back into his standard robot mode. Hang on. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this figure. So, complaints? Well, on my copy, it can be a bit hard to plug in one of the wing swords, but, well, as I said, it's just my copy, I'm pretty sure. Another complaint, well, this one's just a nitpick. I just wish that the beast mode had a flight stand somehow, but, well, that's just a nitpick, and that's pretty much just my nitpick, no one else's, so... And well, those are pretty much the only ones I can think of. I mean, the skinniness of the figure doesn't really bother me that much. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So do I recommend this figure? Well, if you like the Fossilizers, then definitely. I mean, this guy's got my. I think this guy's got my favorite of the Fossilizer loadouts because I just love how that bony wing pack looks, and the fact that this guy's symmetrical compared to the other two, which were asymmetrical, I just think that's unique. But well, if you don't like the Fossilizers, then yeah, of course, this is not going to be for you. But well, this has been my review on Kingdom Wingfinger, and this is Charlie Young, signing off.